What are some reasons that a visual inspection is actually necessary to get your quote? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Foam University. Today we're going to discuss 6 reasons why a visual inspection is necessary when you're getting a quote for installation. Now before we dive into this, please go below, hit that like button for us. Thank you. The first thing we're going to talk about is the square footage. Now, if you talk to a company over the phone and you give them some measurements of your house, again, that could be off a little bit. If 2 people, even 2 professional contractors, measure the same building, you could be off by a little bit. Now, if one of those people are not experienced in the industry, they're not a contractor, they may not be familiar with building practices, that could be off by quite a lot. So again, you want that person who's experienced to come out, remeasure everything, make sure everything is on point, and make sure all the numbers add up. The next thing we're going to talk about is you want that person coming out to go over the entire scope of work. You want them to get specific details on what is being done for the project. Now keep in mind, this is crucial for the install crew especially. You know, if there's a special note that, hey, in this closet area, the hatch is a little weird and you can only open it a certain way. Things like that. That's a specific detail that will help the crew a lot, especially it could avoid damaging anything in the house. Keep in mind, again, every house is very, very different. So all those specific details really come into play during the install process. If you have that person out, do that visual inspection and have them take a lot of good notes. The next thing we're going to talk about is that person that comes out for that visual inspection can check out the existing insulation that's in the house. Keep in mind that there's fiberglass or cellulose in any area from the walls, attic, crawl space, doesn't matter. It will make a difference during the install process. And it does make a difference on what material, what tools that crew needs to bring. So again, you need that person to come out, actually see what's going on, get hands-on with the home or the building and see, yes, there's fiberglass here, so be prepared to work with that. Those little differences will save a lot of headache for both you and the install crew. The next thing we're going to talk about is the mechanical system, specifically the ventilation scheme. Let's just look at exterior walls for a second. If you're going to have injection foam put into those exterior walls, that means drilling in from the outside. And if there's a cold air return that we're not aware of, that could potentially get drilled into, maybe even filled with foam. Now again, all that is repairable, but it's a big headache that can be avoided by someone coming out, making detailed notes, asking the right questions that unfortunately a lot of homeowners aren't aware to ask. So vents, mechanicals, that can make a big difference during the entire process, not just the installation process. So again, a good reason why you want someone out for that visual inspection. Another good thing to consider is having a professional out to check out the project as a whole is that they could find other problems in the building that maybe you weren't aware of. One thing that is semi-common is moisture issues. Okay, if you have a penetration in the building envelope, that means air comes in, moisture will always come in with it. Sometimes that will cause a lot of problems. If that person notices something and points it out to you, maybe that's something that needs to be repaired or replaced first before you insulate. Again, that professional should be looking out for all that for both you, the customer, as well as the install crew, because if there is an existing problem, it will affect both. So again, another good reason to have that professional out and check out the building as a whole. The last point I want to talk about is having that professional out to do that visual inspection for the project is so that they can make the best recommendation for you. At the end of the day, you do not want a fly-by-night person coming out just throwing out a diagnosis after listening to the issues for a few seconds. That is the worst thing that you could possibly do. 1, it's probably not going to solve your problem. 2, you're likely going to waste money. And 3, it will likely not be a pleasant experience for you because obviously that person's not engaged. The project doesn't mean as much to them as it should. So again, you want that professional out, do the visual inspection, look over everything, see all the details of the building, and know exactly what that project needs based on the building's needs and your goals and desires as the customer. So in closing, I do want to bring up, again, it is crucial to have a professional company out to you that puts the time in and goes through all these steps for your project. Make sure that they're caring about this project as much as you do. Hope this information was helpful to you. Please go below, check out the article. It covers all these topics in more detail than this. Don't forget, if you have a question about something, drop us a comment. We'll always love to help you guys out. Subscribe to this channel and ring that bell so you see all of our notifications. Hey, don't forget, there's also a ton of information on our website, RetroFoamofMichigan.com. We have a learning center on there that is full of all kinds of information, articles, blogs, as well as videos. You're welcome.